the story of that man at the well of Bethsaida that was waiting for 38 years. And when Jesus Christ approached the man and asked the man a question and said to him, what do you want? You want to be made whole? Then we saw how the man started the story of his life, begin to tell Jesus Christ the story of his life. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't have nobody to take me to the pool. Or the second excuse the man gave was like, that whenever I want to go into the water, somebody beat me, you know. And in life, I say this in life, somebody will always beat you in life. Somebody will always go ahead of you in life. And these are the things that we all have to know and understand and get ourselves ready and prepared. Because in life, somebody will beat you. Somebody will go ahead of you in life. And you don't need to take offense of somebody going ahead of you in life. You don't need to take offense. Because in life, overtaking is allowed. In everything. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about your skill. It's not about how educated you are. You have to understand that time and season happen to them all. You have to understand that the race is not for the swift. Not because you are smart, you are clever, you are intelligent, that you ought to be at the top. And some of you working in some places, you see that your boss, you are even more educated than him or her. You have more qualification, you are more qualified than him or her, but he is your boss. And you don't need to take offense because you're older than him and he's your boss. No, you have to understand in this life, someone will always go ahead of you. Not because of they are fair or they are dark or because they are tall or because of their skin color. No, it is not. The man was there for 38 years. Now, all the time when I read this place, I always ask myself, how did he do it? How did they do it? The patience that this man had to be able to wait at one place for 38 years. Nobody was there to help him. He was just there by himself. You see, life will come to a time that you have to face the reality about yourself, about your destiny. You know, we always put our hope on people. We always put our hope on our uncles and our brothers and our friends. But in this situation, there was no mother, there was no father, there was no friend, there was nobody to help this young man or to help this man because of 38 years. I wonder how old he was. Added his age to the years that he was waiting. You see, there are things in life that will become that will become a struggling for us to be able to get into or to be able to achieve. You have to understand it wasn't because of the error, the sin of the man that kept him in that place for 38 years. It wasn't because of his mistakes that kept him for 38 years. It wasn't because of the background or the problem or the father or the mother's house. You know, we are fond of, tithing one thing or the other to the reason why you are going to, why you are failure, why you fail in life, why you could not do this. Oh, it's my father. Oh, it's my mother. Oh, they did not do this. They did not show me. They did not teach me. You have to understand nature itself teaches you things. We learn as we see things. We learn from every other people's mistakes. They say experience is the best teacher, but I'm here to correct that word. Not all experience are the best teacher. Because there are some experience that you go through and you never have the opportunity to come out and learn from it. Rather, others learn from your mistakes. That I don't want to end up like that brother. I don't want to end up like that sister. I don't want what happened in that person's marriage or relationship to happen to me. You learn from other people's mistakes. They made the mistake, but some never had the opportunity of coming to turn back the hand of the clock, to correct, to make correction to some things that they went through in life. So you have to understand that whatever thing you are going through might not be due because of your sin. Might not be because of your mistakes. Remember the story that we told last time in the book of John chapter 9. When Jesus Christ and the disciples walked into the city and they saw a man that was born blind. And the man was born blind. You can put that passage of John chapter 9. You can put it up there. They saw a man that was born blind. And they began to ask questions amongst one another. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was born blind from his birth. From his birth. He was born blind in the next verse. And his disciple asked him, saying, Master, who did sin? Because we all believe that for you to go through whatever thing, that it has to be, somebody has to commit a sin. Somebody has to have done something. Maybe your father or your mother. They asked Jesus, why was this man born blind? Maybe is it because of his father or his mother or his parent that he was born blind? We always believe that anything that happened, they gotta be tight. Is this something? It could be something. Why I'm going through struggling, maybe from my father's house or from my mother's house. And you begin to pray prayer, you don't even need to pray. I know I pray that Kabbalah prayer at times, but I pray based on revelation, not ignorantly. And Jesus Christ answered him in verse 3. What did Jesus say? Jesus said to them, he said, Jesus answered, neither had this man sinned, neither did this man sin, nor his parent, but that the work of God should be made manifest in him. So there could be something that God allowed to happen to you so that the glory of God might be manifested through you for others to see. Some delays are not caused by the enemy, not by the devil. Sometimes God walks you through those things because there are things that God wants to help you, want to build, want to bring you into a place of maturity. When the Israelites left Egypt, church, there was a shortcut for them to make it to Canaan. But God chose to take them through a route, wilderness route. God chose to take them through that route that they come face to face with the Nile, with the river. But there was a shortcut. They would have not encountered all these things. But God decided to take them through it because they did not have any experience. Because they were not mature. In order for you and I, for God to bring us into maturity, God will take you and I through some storms. God will take us through some things. When Jesus Christ entered the boat and they were sailing to the other side, you think or you thought he did not see the storm? He saw the storm. He knew that the storm was coming. He could see because he was God. So he saw the storm, but he told the disciples, let's go to the other side. And to make it worse, when he entered into the boat, he went straight to the inner part of the boat and make a pillow and sleep. To make it worse. And immediately the storm started. The disciples did everything to feel that they could do. They lost their belonging. They lost so many things. And at the end, they find out that this one, they cannot handle it. They have to go and wake him up. He said, carest not that we perish. And he woke up and looked at them. And he calmed the wind. The storm ceased. And he said, you faithless generation. How long would you walk with me to understand? But he walked them to it. So that means whatever thing God walked you to, because there are things God has to walk you to. So whatever thing God walks you to, he will walk you through it. He can never walk you through a thing and allow you to be stuck in that thing. He walked you to it, into that thing. And as much as he walked you to it, he will walk you through it. That's why the Bible said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You are born again, or you are born against, We will all go through a valley experience in life. We will all go through tough time. But what you have to understand, tough time doesn't last. Only tough people do last. The tough things that you go through in life, they are not to break you, they are not to discourage you, but they are to build your faith. So God allowed us to walk through some storms. God allowed you to walk through some things. You might say he's a wicked God. He's God. He isn't supposed to let us walk through it. If he doesn't let you walk through it, how would you become matured? How can you make it? You are in level 1. If God doesn't take you through a training, how would you be able to pass in that level where you are to another level? Your teacher has to teach you things and he has to test you. He's not just going to teach you and abandon you. He will teach you and test you to make sure that you have understanding of what he has been teaching you for the past 6 months or 4 months. And you have to prove that you understand what he was teaching you and what he was walking you through. If you fail, what happened? You got to repeat the class. How many people have failed before? I know, a lot of people. And you have to repeat to start all over. So it is not a bad thing if you repeat. Don't let the world make you feel that, oh, you are bad, you are not good, you are so dummy, you are so this. No, don't let the world mess your mind up. There is something that you have to learn to understand. God takes you through his own institution. Everyone from Genesis to Revelation, if you read it, you will see what people have been through in life to get to where they are. Is it Abraham? Is it Moses? Is it Isaac? Is it Jacob? Is it Judah? Search through the scripture. You will see the thing that they went through. Is it the apostles? The trials, the temptation that they all went through in life. They all go through one thing or the other in order for them to become great. You don't run away from challenge. If you see a man running away from challenge, then he's not ready to grow. That is what helps you to become who God wants you to become. Some of us, when we newly give our life to Christ, and we say, God, I need cookies. He gives you cookies immediately. God, I need milk. He gives you milk before you cough. But as you begin to mature, grow in God, God, I need cookies. He will not give. And you're like, what is going on? But I remember when I started, cookies, he gave me immediately. Cake, he gave me whatever thing I want. God gives you these things. Number one, because you don't understand what life is all about. Because you are still a baby in Christ. It doesn't matter your age, you are still a babe in Christ. So God will take you through his own classes, his own training. That when you walk in, you say this, he give it to you. You do this, he give it to you. And there will come a point that you will ask God for a thing. He will hold back and look at you. He wants to see what you will do. And that is where a lot of us Christians will back out from our blessings. I have seen so many people praying and they got to a point, oh, maybe God is not the will of God for my life. Maybe, oh, God don't want me to be married. Oh, maybe God don't want me to drive a car. Maybe God don't want me. What? Where do you get that from, that God doesn't want you to be married? Because you went through rejection and you feel that it is not the will of God. Did God actually tell you that? that he doesn't want you to be married? No. The Bible says in Jeremiah, he said he have a good thought, good plan for you and I. But you have to be persistent. In Isaiah, he said, bring your strong reason. Why do you want me to do this for you? Why do you want me to bless you? Bring your cause. As you are entering or about to enter into your season, there are so many things in life that we have to let down. There are so many things we have to let go in life. When your hands are filled with things, which hand will you use to collect something? Hello, church. If your hand is already filled with things, and I'm handing over something to you, which hand will you use your mouth to collect it? So in life, there are things you have to let go. There are things you have to drop in order for you to collect. So as you and I are walking into a new season of breakthrough, a new season of liberty, a new season of success, we need to let go of the old things. We need to let go of the past. Yesterday is gone. You can never bring back yesterday again. And there will never be a day like yesterday in your life anymore. Because it is yesterday. You learn from yesterday not to make the same error in today and in tomorrow. So if you fail not to let go, and you still hold unforgiveness, you still hold bitterness, you still hold the things of the world, you are not ready to grow. In Sunday school, we're talking about the fruit of the Spirit. Every tree bears its own fruits. If truly you are a child of God, you are born again, and the Spirit of God dwells in the inside of you, then when I look at you, I ought to see the fruit of the Spirit of God in you. But when I see the fruit of the world in you, because the world has its own fruits. If there's fruit of it, there's fruit of the Spirit, so there's the fruit of the world. I was sharing with a man of God a few days on the phone. I was telling him, sir, do you know that every sin has an odor? He said, I never thought about that. I said, every sin carries an odor. I said, sir, does money have odor? He said, yes, money smells. I said, money smells? He said, yes, money have an odor. Everything in life has an odor. Now you have to understand the devil is not all-knowing. He's not omnipresent. Every sin carries an odor. And no matter what you do, you try to hide, you cannot hide the odor. It will come out. Fornication has an odor. Adultery has an odor. Stealing, lying, they have odor. And these are the odors that attract the devil to come. This thing takes away the age of God around you. So as you are preparing to walk into your new season, you have to re-examine your life. Are you standing good? Are you standing right with God? Is your heart right with God? Are you doing what is required of you as a child of God? Or you are living a double life? You are living here, one leg in the world, one leg in God. You can never serve two masters. It is not possible. You cannot release good water and the same to release a venomous water. No, it's not possible. Either you are for or you are for the other. At this point of your life, you're supposed to know which side you belong to. You don't need to be standing and guessing, is it God or the devil? I see you as a serious Christian. You're not a serious believer. You're unserious. That means you're unstable. You're unstable. An unstable person, nothing can steady in such person's life and in such person's hand. So it is time that we have to let some things go empty some things in your heart. You can never put a new wine in an old bottle. I shared a scripture here some time ago. I think that was in Sunday school. That when they brought the basket, when Jesus Christ preached to 5,000 men, women were unnumbered, children were unnumbered. So we were to number the children and the women. That means there were 15,000 people that he ministered to, or 20,000. And they were all hungry. There was no food. But there was a young child that came with some few loaves of bread and some fish. And they begged the boy, said, please, give us your fish. Let us just use it for the meantime. And they put the fish in the basket. They put the bread in the basket. Even after Jesus Christ finished praying, you look into the basket, sir, there was no increase in the basket. There were still the same number of fish that was there. Even after he gave thanks to the Father and blessed the fish and the loaves of bread that was there, sir, there was no increase. The bread did not multiply. The fish did not multiply. The multiplication of the fish and the bread came when people start doing what? Taking. When they start dipping their hands, start taking, it begins to multiply. It begins to increase. There are some of you that God has blessed. You are holding it back. It's mine. It's mine. It's not yours. Whatever thing God gives to you is not yours. God gave it to you so that you can help others. God gave you that gift. God brought you to where you are. Not for you, but for others. And when God takes you there, never you allow people that you come across to go through the same thing you went through in life. If you allow anybody to say, let them also suffer the way I suffer, you're a witch. You are wicked. Oh, I went through this. Allowed him or her, let him or her go through that. No. You went through it so that you will not allow others to go through it. For us to get to where we are, I know what we went through in life. I know the struggling we went through. I know the ups and downs that this ministry went through. And our job now is to also stand to equip, to empower others, not to go through what we, because our faith is never the same. My faith, the level of my faith and the level of your faith is never the same. There are some things that I can handle, but there are some things your faith cannot handle. You are still working on things. You are going through a process in life. Expect things to be ups and down. Don't be angry, or don't think that God is allowing you to go through this thing because of your sin, because of your mistake. Jesus Christ said to them, neither the Father nor the parents, he said, none of them sin, but this man is going through all these things that the glory of God might be manifested, might be seen. It could be what you are going through. God allowed you to go through it, because there's something God wants to teach you. In everything that you go through, take the time and look at it carefully. You will learn something from it. Whatever thing that you're experiencing now, in your marriage, in your career, just take a pause. Look at it very well. With the eyes of faith, there are some things you will learn. And say, okay, oh, I didn't know. Because there's something God wants you to see. But you cannot see that thing with the natural eyes. Because you are looking at what you're going through with the, come on. With the carnal eyes. And you will not be able to see or know what God is trying to teach you in what you're going through. Life is not straight. Life is not a straight path, but rather a series of changes. Life is never straight. Moses was called a deliverer. was the one that God has called to lead Israel out of Egypt. But do you know the challenges that Moses went through? Even starting from his birth. He was left in the water. He was found in the water. They call him River Moses. He grew up in the house of Pharaoh. He was adopted. God allowed it for him to be adopted into the house of Pharaoh. And there was a reason why God did that. He grew up in the house of Pharaoh, but he was born a deliverer. You might be a deliverer, but things are not working out for you today. Doesn't mean you will not be or become what God said you will. But you have to go through some challenge in life. He grew up walking through the pathway of delivering the children of Israel. He became a murderer. He tried to separate the fight and he killed. He ran away for his life. In this journey, expect to make mistakes. Expect to make mistakes. Expect to fall. And expect to rise. He said, when the righteous shall fall, how many times? 7 times. He shall rise how many times? 7. That means he knew that you're going to fall. So he made a provision for your rising. So when you make a mess, don't go kill yourself. When you make mistake, don't think you've come to the end of the road. You are not the first, and you won't be the last. We learn from our mistakes. Never to do that again. You learn and know the area that you were not doing the right thing. I didn't do right here. Oh yes, I need to do it here. Moses became a murderer. In order for David to be able to make it to the throne, he became a murderer. And he became somebody that snatched somebody's wife. In the pathway to become a deliverer. This journey is not easy. But it is easy through Christ. The pathway to your destiny is never straight. People will step on your feet. People will provoke you. People will, come on. People will say one thing or the other to make you go mad. They will try you. Your faith will go through trials. The pathway of our destiny is not always straight. We face challenges. Life is turn by turn. You have to wait for your own time. Life is turn by turn. Don't take offense of somebody's breakthrough. Don't be angry because God blessed him before you. Or you might have grown up on the same street. Maybe they were born the same day. Maybe you are twins who came out from the same womb. And he's married and you are not married, or she's married and you are not married. Don't take offense, but celebrate, rejoice with them. Be happy for their breakthrough because your own time of breakthrough is coming. We don't share the same destiny. We don't share the same dream. The dream that Joseph had was not the same thing that Judah had. Different destiny. Completely. I'm not going to take offense because you are driving in that car and I'm driving in this car because your car looks bigger and expensive than mine, and I begin to take offense and I begin to wish you bad things. That is evil. That is wickedness. Your time is coming. Your turn is coming. In nature, no 2 trees bloom at the same time. If you go into the forest or to the bush, you see how the tree grows. But guess what? Their growth brings beauty to the forest. You see one is taller than the other. You see this one is shorter, but they bring beauty to the forest when you look at it from the sky. So we might not rise the same time. We might not arrive at that place the same time. But hey, in life, we will get there. You will get there. You will make it to your end point. God said to Noah, prepare the ark. The ark was prepared. Okay, come on, all the animals in twos. The lion, the gators, name them. Hyenas, the eagles, everything. Even the most slowest among them was also trying to walk into the same place. The most slowest of them, the turtle, was just taking his time, one step. The lion got to the ark and came back and said, you are still here? And look at lion and said, lion, don't worry. One step at a time with Jesus. You made it there. I will also make it there. It's not how fast you go in life. It is not about how fast you go in life. It is about how far you go in life. It's not about how fast. You must start the race very quick. It's not about who start the race. You must start the race, but you end up last. So I'm not going to stress myself because you made it and I'm still here. Because you go to that point and I'm still here. This time is all about turn by turn. When it is my time, nothing can stop me. When it is my time, I believe and I know I will make it there. Even the devil knows when it is your time, he backs off. He knows when it is your time for breakthrough, he cannot stop it. Because God has opened the door for you. He said, I will open and no man shall do what? Shut. So the devil knows that this door was not opened by man. It was not opened by you. It was opened by God. The enemy respected. He dare not touch it. That is why when the devil saw the age that was around Job, he didn't bother himself to go and touch Job. He ignored Job completely. He didn't even want to look at Job because he was wasting his time looking at Job. God has to remove the age before devil can walk in. Don't let somebody else's progress become an offense to you. Don't let somebody's success to become an offense to you. If God answered your neighbor, rejoice with them and be thankful for what God has done for them. Know that everywhere that you own, time is coming to you. Rejoice with them, knowing that your own time is coming. Life reminds us that while someone else may be in a season of harvest, another may be in a season of planting. Life is not the same. Life is not the same. Look at that story in John, in Luke chapter 5 that we just read. Jesus Christ said to Peter, borrow me the boat. The disciples were, he said, give me the boat. He used the boat to witness to the people, to minister to people. And he asked Peter, how was today? Peter said, Lord, let's look at the Bible. Peter said, Lord, we've been toiling throughout the day. We caught nothing. We caught what? Nothing. We caught what? Nothing. Remember what I said last week? When I was working with for my sister, she had a store, and I was working for her. And there was a time that no customer opened the door. I will be sitting there the whole day. Nobody opens the door the whole day. We make $0. And she will call me, any sales today? I said, nobody opened the door. He will say, wow, what a day. But the next day, I was on the cashier, on the machine. It was so busy. And I said, what is the difference between today and yesterday? That is life. That is life. If it doesn't work today, it doesn't mean it will not work tomorrow. If you didn't get there today, it doesn't mean you will not get there tomorrow. Just be patient. Work with God with patience. God is not a rusher. He doesn't rush to make anything. I know the generation we are. We want to throw the popcorn into the machine and press 2 minutes. The popcorn will come and you eat it. No. But in the microwave of God, when you throw the popcorn, he set the time. 1 year. And you're looking at the popcorn spinning in the machine for 1 year. Imagine the man waiting for 38 years just for the glory of God to be manifested. Imagine that man born blind just for the glory of God to be manifested. Could it be what you're going through? It's for the glory of God to be seen. Your miracle has a time. Your breakthrough is tied to a time. Your upliftment is tied to a time. The angel said to Abraham, he said, by this time next year, Sarah will be a mother. And Sarah heard it in the kitchen and said, why wouldn't you guys come and lie to me here after eating my food? After eating my pounded yam? Why wouldn't you guys come and say this? Look at my age, 90-something years. I've passed the age of menopause. In short, not even menopause. I passed the age of, and my womb is short. Everything is, my womb is becoming old. Everything, and you are saying by this year I will be a mother. By this time next year. By this time next year, Sarah laughed in the kitchen, and the angels they heard him. They said, Sarah, why laughed thou? He said, I didn't laugh. He said, because you laughed, the name of that child shall be called laughter. Isaac. He said, the name shall be called out because you laughed. Some of you, when they gave you prophecy, you laugh. I said, man of God, forget about that. Man of God, if you know how many prophecies I've received from this, my head, what has not even, they have said I will get married in the next 2 months. I've not even seen them, and they said I will prosper. They said I'll work in this company, nothing will happen. And you are coming to give another one. Man of God, hold on, don't give. I understand. God is using you. I'm not saying God is using you, but let the other one that I've received come to pass first. But what you and I fail to understand, that every prophecy, every revelation has to go through things in life. Don't receive a prophecy and just sit at home and feel that it is okay. No, you got to work. You got 100% work to do. I, as a preacher, I have delivered the message. My job is to give you the message. Your job is to go and pray about it. Don't receive a prophecy and go sit down and say, the pastor has said it. Every day you are eating, going fast. Every day you are there turning your TV, CNN, TBN, and Fox News, listening to this, listening to that, and you don't pray, you don't read the Bible, and there is a delay, and you say that pastor is a fake pastor, he's not real. If he was fake, that thing would have happened. Is it man that answered that prayer? Elkanah said to Anna, am I God that giveth babies? Elkanah said to Anna, am I God that put babies? Am I God? I have done what I could do as a man. But baby's not coming. Let's wait. The problem with the church, especially this generation, we are so impatient. We can't wait. We can't wait. The Bible says after you prayed, after you fast, after you sown the seed, after you've done everything, and nothing seems to happen, your prayer is like it's not answered. It is not for you to throw in the towel. It is not for you to give up, but you have to do what? Wait. Habakkuk said, I will wait upon my watch to hear, to see what he will say to me. Just can we learn on how to wait upon the Lord? Peter said to him, he said, we have toiled all day. I brought my skills. I brought everything I learned, I was taught. Nothing is working. Sir, there are times that you bring your experience, your skill to a thing and it doesn't work. I work in engineering field. There are times we see this engineer will come. This engineer will come. They will be looking at the project. They will crack brains. And still, the thing is not working. They say, wow. They say, we need to call it off for a day. Let's just take a break a little bit. Let's go cool our brain down. Let's go to do some research. And when they do the research, they bring more expertise, more experienced people. And they look at it. And you see, they say, let's call it off for today. There are some times that what could have been working for you stop working. You say, but it worked yesterday. Why is it not working today? Maybe God, maybe it's the devil. You see, we glorify the devil too much. And that makes the devil to be rocking around anyhow. Headache is the devil. But you have not eaten since morning. Oh, headache, it is the devil. Satan, I bind you. Man, go and eat. The headache will stop. You are carrying a patient that is 300 and something pounds, and you are just 99 pounds, and you are carrying a patient heavier than you. And tomorrow, my back, the devil is tormenting me. Who's the devil? It's not the devil. You are doing something bigger than you. You are carrying something bigger than your weight. My strength is not your strength. My faith is not your faith. That is why Jesus Christ break it down. He said, as if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, and you have believed and said to this mountain, move without doubt. Your faith can be as big as mountain, but doubt will make that mountain bigger than you. But when you have faith, you look at the mountain and say, mountain, I don't care. You look bigger than me. You look taller than me. You look huge than me. But I have something in me that can move you, and that is faith. I believe. Mountain, move without you doubting. Don't go back tomorrow and look like Peter. Say, let me go and look if that tree is truly dead. Peter did that. Jesus Christ saw the fig tree. He thought that the fig tree already bear fruit. He looked, he was so hungry. And when he got close to the tree, the fruit did not have no fruit. He cursed the tree. He said, no man will eat of you from this day. He walked away. But unknown to him, Peter was paying attention. There are people that are so curious in life. Peter was paying attention to the tree. I believe after Jesus Christ cursed the tree, Peter was walking, looking at the tree. If he's going to die right there, he was looking. He might have been touching the other disciple. The tree is still alive. Are you sure Jesus is the real Jesus we think? The real thing? He was in there. When they were coming back, they came to the same round. He drew the attention. He said, Master, remember the tree you caused the other day is dead. Jesus have to look and say, Peter, you need to pray and believe. You need to speak and believe. He said, Jesus Christ said to him, let's go to the deep a little bit. He said, man, Jesus, I know that you are the one that come to take the sins of the world away. But when it comes to the matter of fish, I'm a boss. Right in my mother's womb. And my parents used to take me to the river to fish. So I can look at the color of water and tell you that this one, no fish today. Looking at the color of this water I'm looking at today, Jesus Christ. We have been here. We wake up. So let me tell you, we came here 4 a.m. in the morning. We fish and we caught not even a crab. And you are telling me to launch into the deep. We have gone to we've even passed the deep. We went further. We've gone far, but still nothing seems to happen. But Jesus Christ stood there, was looking at Peter. And that is what so many of you do. When the Lord tells you do this, I tried it last time. I wrote it last year. I tried, it didn't work. My mother tried, it didn't work. My father tried, he failed. My brother even tried. My twins, the one we came out from the same belly, the same time, he tried, he failed. He would not walk. And Jesus Christ was looking at you. That's why he was looking at Peter. And after Peter saw his foolishness, he looked. He said, you know what? Well, nevertheless, at thy word, I will drop the net. I don't know who I'm talking to. Last year, you've been working so hard. You've been doing everything that you feel you could do to save. But it's like the more you gather, the more it scatters. But God is speaking to you. Don't do it in your own way. Do it in God's way. When you do it in God's way, you will get the result instantly. Peter always used to cast and never know the strength and the pains. Man of God, I never know the stress and the pain to fish with nets until the day I went to Galveston myself to say, let me try this thing out. No, so I will hold, there is a particular way you have to hold that net. The first day I went, everybody was laughing at me. I hold the net and I would throw. The net would just fall inside. And I'll pull the net out the way he went in with nothing. And somebody has to say, hold it this way, stand this way, turn your body this way, throw it so that the net will spread and go inside the water. I said, really? I didn't know. And I tried it. The next day when I wake up, I could not lift up my hand. I had to take pain medication to help me to lift my hand up. So you could see this man, even though they've been doing it for many years, they got to a point that they become frustrated. And they were washing their net about to go home. But Jesus told them, drop the net. You are used to casting the net. But in my own way, drop it. Just drop it. You don't need to stress yourself. Can we learn to do God? Can we learn to do things this year in God's ways? Your own way has failed you many, many times. Your own way has failed you. Can you count how many times your own way has failed you? And what your own way have cost you? The problem, the pain, the grief, and everything. Can you just choose to say, Father, this year, I want to do things in your own way, not my own way anymore. And you will see how he will walk you into your season, into your breakthrough, and you will come out and say, I didn't know. Just say to Lord, at thy word, I will take a step. At thy word, I will let go my past. At thy word, I will forgive that brother. I will forgive that sister. At thy word, I will sit at thy feet and listen to you. Make a choice. Mary made a choice that could never be taken from him. Can you make a choice this way, this year, and see if that choice will be taken from you? Can we rise on our feet? Make a choice.